All right, here we go. Hi, this is Devontae Robinson, and this is my first ever YouTube, I don't know, podcast or whatever you want to call it. Talking about the Ohio State Indiana game from yesterday. The game was Ohio State won 38-17. Indiana usually always gives Ohio State trouble, so I wasn't very surprised at they had to fight for it a little bit. They ended up winning by 21 points, but I feel like the game was a lot closer than the score may have indicated. I'll start off with offense. JT Barrett, a week after breaking the Ohio State touchdown passing record, the passing offense this week was a little shaky. They said it may have been due to maybe some windy conditions in the stadium. I didn't go to the game, so I really couldn't tell you. But he only threw for about 91 yards in the game, which that's not very good. I mean, I don't care who you play. You need. I mean, we would like to be somewhere, balanced. Maybe somewhere around like 200 yards passing, 200 some yards rushing per game. And passing offense just wasn't there. Now against Indiana, we can win other ways, running the ball, things like that. But when you get later on into the season, where you're playing better defenses, maybe the weather's not as good as it was this past Saturday, that could be a problem because if you can't, well, okay, I'll say this: their biggest issue was with the long ball. JT Barrett does not have the strongest arm. Everybody knows that. He's not Cardale Jones from, previous years where he can just sling it 50, 60, 70 yards in the air. And that was apparent to me in this game. I think more than I've ever seen in any game he's played. He just does not have the arm strength to. If he's going to throw deep, he has to throw deep while his receiver is still like, just like 20, 25 yards away, and he has to put it up then. He tries to kind of thread the put it on a rope, on the long ball. He can't really put a lot of air under it because he doesn't have a lot of arm strength to put a lot of air under it and make it a rainbow pass or anything like that. So that was pretty apparent to me. And like I said, it kind of scares me as a fan because the rest of our team looks fine, but if you get into a game against Alabama or something like that, they're gonna you know they're not going to respect any of the deep passing game, and that's going to help out their coverage, things like that. So, um, something they need to try to work on. I've never seen it be an issue with him before, but it was really apparent in this game. Like he doesn't have that arm strength to throw the home run ball or that well. So something for them to maybe try to work on. I don't know, if you can work on that. It really is. Um, and what they how they compensated for the lack of passing offense is they had JT Barrett run it like 26 times, I think it was, which we don't like that either because that kind of puts your quarterback up for injury. And I kind of feel like Ohio State has too many other rushing options for it to just be all on him. You know what I mean? Um, let's get to the rushing offense. I think Ohio State ran for about 290 some odd yards, um, which they've looked good this whole year. Rushing the ball. Offensive line had a pretty good game again as well. JT Barrett had a lot of time, passing the ball. You know what I mean? Obviously, they were opening up a lot of rushing lanes and everything. Now, what I did not get with the rushing offense um, is why Curtis Samuel didn't get more touches, and why did it take Curtis Samuel about I don't know, it took him like all the whole second quarter to actually get his first touch of the game. I didn't understand that at all, like at all. All right, and I think my time is it giving me a cap on time? I guess